Oh, we have a lot of interesting products working in our IT department right now that some of them I'm pretty sure will change the future of print. We first started out as an event company. Basically, we needed flyers for our own production. We needed prints fast and we needed them cheap. And back then you could either get it fast or you could get it cheap, but you couldn't have the combination. So we bought a small photocopier and then we started to sell prints to mostly discotheques that we were working with. So flyers and posters. And from there we moved on to selling cards to the discotheque's owner's girlfriend, who usually would be a hairdresser, and that was how we started selling prints. We have grown a bit since. We have always kept basically the customer's needs in focus, and in that way we have been quite successful. Today we mostly have our focus on the Scandinavian market, and well, we are not as big in Norway and Sweden as we are in Denmark, but today we're growing faster in Norway and Sweden than we have ever grown in Denmark. A lot of the things that we do with the gang runs of offset jobs is the bigger you get, the more efficient you get. So there's a lot of advantages in growing. So I think we'll keep the production centralized. Then again, Scandinavian is a fairly small market, so we can have a pickup here at around noon, and then it will be in all of southern Norway the following day, and also we have pickup here at 9 o'clock in the evening, and from here we can then reach southern Sweden the following day and more or less the rest of Sweden in 2 days. Transportation time is not a big issue, and it's faster to have the goods on a truck and then have produced them fast. Well, our goal is to maintain our growth and to become one of the biggest Scandinavian players in the market. Our reason for choosing the 8-color H-UV offset press was production speed again. So basically it's a more expensive press than a conventional press, but the main advantage we gain with the UV is that it is instantly dry, so that we can process the printed products immediately. Well, as we see it, basically this battle between digital and offset has been more or less unchanged in the past 8 to 10 years. Today we still have a split between digital and offset around 250 copies. Xerox would love to say 1,000 copies, but the reality is that when you can operate your offset presses efficiently, then you will get the lowest cost price from around 250 copies. Basically, it's a calculation between the price of the press, the price of the operators. Speed is not really a price relevant. Yeah, when you look at the price of the operator and the price of the prep, what is the time price of the machine, then speed becomes relevant. But basically, in digital, we can have one guy operating 6 presses, and offset we can have one guy operating 6 offset presses. So well, with offset you have the price of the plates, you have the price of the setup paper, and in digital you don't have that, but you have a much higher price per page. So today we have a split at around 250. It was also around, actually it was a bit higher 7-8 years ago when we got our first offset presses. Back then we said we had a split around 500 or 600 copies, but in these 8 years the click price in the digital has basically dropped to about half the price that it was 8 years ago. but the setup time in the offset press has dropped to about 1/4 of the time. So the actual split between digital and offset have moved downwards, not upwards. But also on that issue, you can also, now we start to look at the big continuous feed digital presses with Inkjet. And there we see for instance, with HPA T-series, it could be Osei presses, or Ricoh has just come up with a very nice new press. And there we see click prices that has halved again. And then you see the vendors of these inkjet presses saying, and now we can produce 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 copies in digital. And that is actually not true. When they halve the click price, they basically just move it back from 250 and back up to 500. So to do the digital presses is still not suitable for 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 copies. Of course, if some offset printers wants to, or printers in general wants to come and visit us, they're very welcome. We're a very open company. And we also actually have a lot of visits coming through the company every day and seeing what we do. Kommer der lige ind.
Velkommen. Tak. Skal jeg bare gå hen? Ja, det skal du.
We think of that as a good way to build relations. We don't really understand people trying to hide what they do. In my opinion, it's really hard to sell something that you keep secret. No. We also have about 20 people here just sitting answering the phone, answering emails, being in contact with the customers in many ways. So we're giving a lot of advices on a daily basis on how people should set up the right files or what options they have in producing a successful campaign. So we're doing a lot of that. We also have some sister companies that are much more traditional, where they do some much more complex jobs than you can basically sell online. Online is very difficult to sell very specific types of paper with a certain look and feel, because you can't really see it when it's online. And also a lot of special effects is really hard to price in an online schematics, and it's also hard to explain to the customers what this special feature actually is. We have a lot of interesting products working in our IT department right now, that some of them I'm pretty sure will change the future of print. I think we will see a lot more services where websites and companies are connected with a company like our IT infrastructure. So we will have not a basically website to print, but from any website to a printer. So we will integrate more directly with our customers, so they don't have to generate a PDF file, go to our website and order. We will have much more where the order is done basically in the company's intranet and designed in there. Yeah, basically we have built an API for using all our products online. So when a company says we need this product quite regularly, can we do the design on our own website and just press the green button and then push the data to us directly? And yes, they can. And then it's picked up from an FTP with an XML file and a PDF and sent directly into production. In the Scandinavian market, the customers are very focused on speed. For instance, with digital print, our standard delivery time is that you order it today and we will ship it tomorrow. And then you can pay an extra fee of about 25 euros. And then you can order it today and we will ship it today. And about 1/3 of our customers, they really can't wait for us to ship it until tomorrow. They're ordering it shipped today. They're really in a rush. Yeah. So in that sense, with that many of our customers needing things tomorrow, it is very hard to service that from Italy or from southern Germany or from England. And of course we're doing this from this very small language area called Denmark. We are a country smaller than Hamburg population-wise, and maybe that's a good thing, because it makes the big German companies less interested in Denmark. Basically, it's much more interesting for them to gain another 2% market share in France than it is to them to start fighting in Denmark. Well, why did I ask to become a member of the board? Today we are one of the largest players in Denmark, and then I think that we should probably be represented there and also have some influence on what we think is important in our association. Well, you can say all the major printers in Denmark are members of the board, so it makes good sense. That in a company like this, that we have people with very different skills. There's a lot of difference between the IT guys doing the websites and a guy putting things into a box and a guy operating an offset press. They are very different places in their lives. They have a very, very different career ambitions about being here. Some are just here for 1 or 2 years to have a job before going to university, and some have this as their career. So in that sense, we will get people of different age, and also we are in Aarhus, and it is a city with a lot of different ethnicities. So I think we have people from 19 different countries working here right now. Our main advantage is our ability to handle a lot of jobs. We handle on normal days 700 to 800 jobs, and in our high season we can handle more than 2,000 jobs in a single day. And basically our advantage to most other printers is not that we run our presses faster; they will go at the same speed, and we don't buy paper a lot cheaper. But we are very good at handling a lot of jobs with a minimum of staff. And the bigger the job gets, the smaller our advantage becomes, because if you can handle a job for €5 and it's a €50 job, then you have a good advantage over a traditional printer who might use €50 on handling a job. But if it's a €5,000 job, then the difference between €5 and €50 on administration is irrelevant. So we have no plans in moving into the market for really big print jobs. Many think that we only sell the products available on our website, but in reality we sell a lot of jobs that is not sold through the website. About 70% of the jobs we do is ordered online. About 30% of what we do is ordered through our customer service. Today we say that you can order online, you can order through email, we can advise you on what product you want and need, and we'll produce almost everything. But we are limited to what we can do here in Aarhus. So we don't go to our customers and put up the signs for them, or put up plastic on their cars or whatever. So as soon as it turns into a lot of manual labor again, we don't have any advantages, and then can might as well outsource it. I can't really advise people on what to do with their unique business. In general, I would say if you are a small printer, a small printing company with a small offset press or just 1 or 2 digital presses, it's hard. It's to build good web solutions is difficult. It costs a lot of money. So I think people should try to grab a niche, become very good at one specific thing, and not try just to sell everything. Basically, companies like ours are better at that. So don't try to be able to produce everything. If you're small, then become the best at one thing and then move from there on to another thing. When we first started out, we were not really good at everything. We were only good at making posters and flyers. And then we started with some business cards, and then we started with some postcards, but we took one product at a time, keeping up with only doing things that we were actually good at. I think we have had a lot of products that we have done at some point of time, but has ended. There's no longer relevant. I don't think there are many discotheques today distributing flyers, putting up posters. We have Facebook for that, or email services, or blogs. I don't know where they do the marketing today, but I'm quite sure that we don't print a lot of flyers, and also we have had a lot of customers doing spiral-bound books for certain things, and today a lot of those things are online. And so a good message could be try to look at what will happen in the future and then start acting on it now. You have to develop constantly, because a lot of the things we do will go away, and then you'll need to be ready with new products.